The second precept of the natural law is, every substance seeks the preservation of its own being according to its nature, and by reason of this inclination, whatever is a means of preserving human life and of warding off its obstacles. This means that men and women have a moral obligation to remain committed to the preservation of human life and to work towards the mitigation of obstacles to life. Examples of this precept at work in Western civilization resound in the United States Declaration of Independence and the Hippocratic Oath sworn by physicians. Let's take a quick look at each. Thomas Jefferson penned, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." The very first American unalienable right is to life itself. The right to pursue happiness qualifies the right to life substantially. In order to realize a good life, individuals should be ensured personal freedom in an environment that flourishes and is sustainable. Clean air, water, and fertile soil are basic ingredients to good living. Private property, an economy that promotes work and living wages, participation in cultural, economic, political, and the social life of the civil community are all critical factors that assist in the realization of a happy and free life. Among the promises made by physicians who take the Hippocratic Oath is, "I will not give a lethal drug to anyone if I am asked, nor will I suggest such a plan, and similarly, I will not give a woman a pessary to cause an abortion." Here we see doctors adhering to the natural precept to preserve life and avoiding potential obstacles to life, from within the womb to a natural death. The answer to the question, when does human life begin, is scientific, not philosophical or subjective. Biology tells us that human life begins at conception, the moment sperm and ovum meet and form an entirely new, self-directing, living organism of the human species with its own individual DNA distinct from both its father and mother. Some argue that life begins with the heartbeat or brain function, but such arguments are unscientific and qualitative at best, as they do not answer the question of life as much as the state or quality of life. Logically, it follows that a person's right to life begins when the person's life begins. It ends when life ends. Therefore, it is reasonable to conclude that actions such as abortion, in vitro fertilization, and embryonic stem cell research are immoral, as such procedures end human lives. The moral life is one that sees murder for what it is, a grave evil. Therefore, the good that is sought by way of in vitro fertilization and embryonic stem cell research, which seek to bring about new life or hope to enhance the lives of many, never outweigh the wrong done by the murder which results in the various processes. The unalienable right to life for each and every person begins at the moment of conception and persists up to the point of his or her death. Beyond the right to life, according to American natural law founders, men and women have the right to liberty and the pursuit of happiness. Personal happiness and human freedom go hand in hand. Individual freedom is essential to the human person, as it is hardwired into the nature of man as a distinct, rational being created to seek, recognize, and delight in that which is good and beautiful and true. Real freedom, in the natural sense, is not so much a freedom to do anything, but a freedom that is found and realized within the context and confines of moral law. There are right and just exercises of freedom, and there are evil, unjust exercises of freedom. Proper exercise of human freedom, which leads to authentic and sustainable happiness, takes place within rightful economic, social, political, and cultural conditions. Affordable housing, safe cities, owning personal property, good food, clean water, health care, the right to work, adequate amounts of rest, and a person's ability to freely choose what suits his or her needs and desires all play into the realization of personal happiness. Indeed, violation of the natural moral law results in the actual violation of individual freedom and neighborly friendship, as it is a rebellion against truth itself. The more a person dedicates and commits himself to the quest and realization of the good and the true, the more he is able to exercise responsible and mature acts of personal freedom. This, in fact, is the path to self-mastery, choosing what to do and what not to do for the sake of what is good and right and true.